Witches, happy Monday. I hope you guys are enjoying the new moon if you are celebrating. I did a video on Friday, I believe, about some of the correspondences, so if you are interested in learning more, definitely check that out. And also, I am hosting a new moon ritual tonight for my patrons, so if you want to join us in our festivities, we're going to make some really cool intentional smoke cleansing bundles. I'm very excited, as part of our ritual. So if that interests you, definitely check out my Patreon. It is linked in the link tree down below. It's a ton of fun. Rituals are for all patronage levels as well. So yeah, if you want to try it out, check it out. I don't know. Anyways, today I wanted just to touch on mental health, spirituality, witchcraft, and how this has helped me through a lot of my own mental health struggles. I'm going to preface this with I have been to therapy. I have a lot of other tools that help me with my mental health, so I am not in any way suggesting that witchcraft or your spirituality should replace going to therapy and seeing a professional, because I am not a counselor or a therapist. I am always happy to lend a listening ear and give my advice. I'm a Virgo. We specialize in giving unwarranted advice, definitely. I have also experienced a lot of really great and positive things for my mental health via my spirituality, if that makes sense. So I wanted to talk about that today because I know that there are a lot of witches out there, a lot of people out there perhaps, in general, who might feel bad if they can't practice as frequently, or might kind of have this sense that they have to practice in a certain way in order to be legitimate. And I think I touched on this in a video last week as well. But I just want to impress upon people in my audience, it's okay to take breaks from your practice. It's fine. The witch police are not going to come after you. Personally, and trigger warning, if anyone doesn't want to hear about mental health stuff, totally get it. This video may not be for you then, and you should probably stop here if you haven't already. But I have been struggling, my guys, not gonna lie. I do this really fun thing where I overwhelm myself with things to do and put a lot of expectation on myself to be perfect and to do things perfectly the first time, and to not accept mistakes. And I especially with we talked about the eclipse season and going through all of these big transformations. One of the things that I discovered about myself, I guess, even though I knew this the whole time, I was just in denial, is that I have gone through this life and gotten to this point in my life with the mentality that failure is not an option. And for me, for the majority of my life, that's a truth. That was just an objective truth. The TLDR of my life, my trauma, is that I've basically been living in survival mode my whole life, because I had to do what I had to do to survive the situation that I was in, which sounds really dramatic, but it is what it is. I through this whole retrograde, this whole period of time, have it's really opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. So because of that, a lot of my practice has actually shifted towards focusing on my mental health and using my spirituality to help me out. And one of the things I discovered throughout this whole kind of eclipse season, this retrograde season, I guess, is that as soon as I let go of something, I immediately feel like I need to have my claws sunk into something else that I have to be responsible for. I am going to be focusing my practice more on self-care and self-care workings, but also actively not adding stuff to my plate. One of the goals I had for myself this summer was to relax, which is tragic that is a goal of mine, to chill. I feel that should just be a thing, and my goal should be to do more with my life. But no, I have the opposite problem. I can't stop working, so I'm trying to take more days off and actually spend time with my loved ones, instead of just being focused on all of the things that I feel I have to do in order to validate my existence. A lot of deep knowledge coming in from my guides. I'm very thankful for that. Now, what that looks like in my practice is like finishing projects. So I've made altars for all of my deities except one, and I am very determined to finish that. I'm going to be finishing Bast's altar, and ironically, she's the deity that I work with like the most when it comes to like self-care, and I've been like actively like kind of avoiding it because I'm just like, she's gonna hate me. But I do actually feel like, you know, about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, oh gosh, I got a kitten. I don't know, you might have seen her in like my Instagram posts and stuff. She's adorable, but I really feel like Bast sent her to me. So ironically, it was actually on the first day of Mercury retrograde. An old friend of mine reached out to me from high school. I hadn't talked to them in like literally 7 years, like actually. And they were like, hey, we're looking for a home for like one of our cats. Like our cats had kittens. You seem like a good cat owner. Would you like a free cat? To which I said, absolutely I do, because I just felt like it was destined. Like, I don't know, there was something that was like, you need this cat. Went to go pick up the cat the same day. Turns out his girlfriend, also a witch, also had been practicing since high school, so we have a lot of like similarities, and I just really feel like this cat was like sent to me to like show me like the meaning of like divine unconditional love that I should be showing to myself. So there's a lot in that, but because of this, I really am like motivated to finish working on Bast's altar and make it really, really special, because I really feel like this is her way of reaching out to me to like remind me that I need to slow down and like take care of like other things as well as taking care of myself. I'm also have been charged by all of my deities with like making new deity candles for them and really working with them to make something special. So I will be kind of documenting that in a separate video, but just know that that's coming. And I really love working on my deities' altars. I know that's like a little silly, but it's something that makes me really happy, and it's something that I feel like I want to explore more and to create kind of these very special, curated, sacred spaces. So I might be filming more of that. It might just be something for me, I'm not really sure, like in terms of like the entirety of it all, but I will definitely show you guys some deity candles that I'm working on in case you guys care. I don't know if anyone cares. So I feel like this kind of turned into a therapy session that I was not expecting, but obviously needed, so thank you guys for listening. So these are some ways that witchcraft and my spirituality are like kind of supporting my mental health. Obviously I have other like medical and like mundane like techniques and things that I, you know, like medicine and stuff, that I do take to support my brain. So I'm not necessarily relying on witchcraft to like solve all of the various things that are locked inside of here, but I do find comfort in my spirituality, and if you find comfort in your spirituality as well, I encourage you to find ways or avenues in your practice to support yourself, your mental health, especially now. I know that the world is like so crazy. So even if it's just finding like fellowship amongst other witches or like-minded people, you know, spending time in nature or a place that feels really safe to you. Nature is kind of that for me, simply because I work with a nature deity, so yeah. But also, like, I find a lot of comfort in engaging in witchcraft spaces as well. So if that resonates with you, I encourage you to explore that further, but also just know that if you are in a bad headspace or your brain is just not allowing you to do the things that you would like to do in your practice, which I literally understand on such a visceral level, like, I wish I could impart that upon you. Like, I just wish you knew how much I get it, but I get it. Just know that you are still a legitimate practitioner. You have nothing to prove to anybody else, so like fuck people who are saying anything differently or like trying to witch shame you or like make you feel lesser. Like, gross, first of all, like that's not a thing. And just know that your deities aren't gonna be mad at you. No one's gonna be mad at you. Everyone here, especially in this community, in my Discord community, I've seen so much like love and support for fellow witches. It's amazing. Just know that you have a support system here. You're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. You're doing great. And no matter what, your practice is your own and it is meant to support and help you. So if you're getting value out of it, if your life is better because of it, then don't worry about putting in all of this work or maybe these really big, doing these big workings if all you can muster is like lighting a candle. It's fine, you're a valid witch, and I'm really proud of you. So, my little rant for today. Thank you again for listening to me, like, sharing details about my life. I don't know if people care or enjoy that, but I overshare compulsively, so you're getting it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the new moon tonight. Patrons, I'll see you at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You should have the ingredients already on Patreon. If not, it's all good. We will work things out in the ritual space. So, yeah, that's it for me. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.